Hey guys, welcome back to the World Center of Broadcast Media. I'm Roxy and you're viewing the 702 Rocks Beyond the Hobby Show. We're here live every Thursday 11 to noon at WCOBM.com, and we're located at the Gene Woods Racing Experience here in Las Vegas. You can get more information, just click right up here, right in the corner up here. You see that contact page? Just click up there. That's where you want to go in case you want to host your own show. You can fill out a survey and get started today. Yeah. So I'm here with some New York professional salsa dancers, Wade, Hampton, and Susie. How you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Doing good, thank you.
Good. So this last Sunday we were just partying at Dre's Beach Club, and that was so much fun that we had at the pool party, wasn't it?
Yes.
I loved it. I had a great time, and I thought it was going to be super windy, but it was actually nice weather.
It was a nice day, wasn't it?
It wasn't bad.
Good time to celebrate Easter with the Pole Fitness family, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I work at Pole Fitness Studio Wednesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m. You can go there and get a free tour located at 4265 South Arville, Suite A on the second floor, or you can give them a call at 702-878-7653. So I work at the front desk, and I met Wade about a couple months ago.
Yeah, a few months ago.
And he practices there a lot in the Zen room, and I wanted to know more about what he does because obviously Pole Fitness Studio is probably 95% female.
Yes.
Or 90%. But be it that he's a professional dancer, I wanted to know exactly what he did. And then I invited him on the show, and before you know it, here he is. Yeah. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You were also a guest on my 702 Rock show on Vegas All Net, so we had a great time with the interview on that day.
Yeah.
And you do some videography too, so that's interesting. I never knew you were very savvy in social media. So.
Yes. That being the videography, I like to, from an artistic standpoint, I like to, I am a documentarian, meaning that photographing, doing video shoots for my own projects, or if I have someone videotape a performance, doing the editing, so the overlaying.
That's nice.
Also for Azusena's our work for rehearsals, you know, recording rehearsals, sort of going through them, seeing what we need to do to get better.
Yeah, that way we get to see the progress and all that.
Right.
He records all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you guys are used to seeing yourself on TV? Or just on the screen in general?
Yeah,
for the
on
most part.
screen.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys dance all over the place, and primarily here in Las Vegas, you're going to be performing Sunday at Pole Fitness Studio from 1 to 3 p.m. They have a fitness studio recital, a little open house, so if you want a free tour, you can come check that out. But that's what we're talking about. You guys have been practicing, and the recital, you guys are excited about that?
Yeah, very, very excited. Fania Dietrich, the staff, the other students that have been attending other classes, they're all pumped up. They're like, oh, there's going to be a performance, so we want to take classes. So we're very excited. So, but I think this is, I've been rehearsing, teaching there, and Azusena, she's been taking classes there. And we actually, as I was finishing my rehearsal, and I think she was finishing her class.
That's when we bumped into each other.
Really? That's how
got
you
into a
guys
little
met?
argument. No, but just kidding.
Nah.
Just kidding.
How funny. How coincidental was that?
Yeah.
So.
And so how long have you guys been performing together or practicing together?
Actually, it's been recently. We've actually known each other, known of each other for the past couple of years. So we've both been working on separate dance projects.
Okay.
And
Yeah, we used to dance like social dance. We would just occasionally dance over there, and we bumped into each other, and we had a discussion and decided to just get together and you know, do some
make it
dancing.
happen.
How fun is that? So let's talk a little bit about each of your backgrounds with dancing. Wade, we'll start with you. How did you get involved and started with dancing?
Dancing, it started from an early age of listening to my father playing his R&B, blues, and funk music. And then from there, from high school, college, my friends, cousins, and we were always dancing. So I think I was always tapped into music. It was another creative outlet.
Nice.
And then when finishing school in New York, then that quote-unquote hobby or casual activity became more serious. Not that classes were serious, but it was the next step up.
Oh, okay.
And then from classes to rehearsals to social dancing to friends asking me if I wanted to join a group, perform, eventually getting compensated, and projects just building up from there.
Nice.
And then my interest just peaked more and more. I was like, wow, I really want to learn the language, the story about these dances.
Absolutely.
What can I do to, for my part, hopefully tell the story and convey it to the viewer that's watching. So.
And you see music as an art piece. So seeing it and conforming and molding the way that you desire is something that's really, really a pursuit and a passion for you, definitely. I see that in a lot of dancers. And Susie, for you, tell me how you got involved with dancing.
Well, since I was 12, 13, I always loved it. You know, my background, Latin, Hispanic, I've always just had it in me, in my blood, the rhythm, everything. But it was more just like, just street style, just, you know, just like at parties here and there, nothing technical. And I always wanted to learn how to, like, you know, learn technique and learn like actual jazz and ballet. But I didn't have the opportunity because we didn't have the resources when I was young. So I always like promised myself when I had the job and when I could do it, that I would go out and learn. So after high school, I started, you know, taking some classes, a little bit of jazz and ballet, not too much, but, you know, mostly all the technical salsa classes.
Nice.
So I did that.
So how did you guys both come to Las Vegas?
Well, my interest was piqued when I had a peer within the sales fashion industry. He mentioned, out of the blue, he just mentioned, have you thought about Cirque du Soleil? So, you know, up until that point, I'd heard about the company. Obviously, I'd seen a few clips, but I started to research and realized, okay, wow, they're in Vegas. And then I started to do a little bit more research. And I was like, wow, just from a dancer's standpoint, perspective, an artisan's approach, that'd be a nice, the different viewpoint on how dance is approached, on how it's seen. So that started to get my interest. So I visited back in 2010, October of 2010, and then the next spring moved here with no contacts, and I just had to figure it out. You know?
And Susie, what about you?
Well, I was actually raised here in Vegas. I was born in California, and my parents moved here when I was 4. So I was raised here in Vegas, and I also joined I was in another dance company, so I got a lot of experience with them. We did a little bit of traveling, which was exciting. We got to go to a lot of different places, so I'm very thankful that I got that opportunity and that experience in there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You get to live and travel and just do what you love.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love that. So we're talking about Pinterest today, and you both have Pinterest accounts. Let's talk about a little bit about Pinterest and what you guys gather from it, what you enjoy from it. Wade, we'll start with you.
Well, with Pinterest, as I was mentioning earlier, I had my account. I was active on Pinterest, and when I started getting involved within so many media sites, I was like, I need to sort of divide on which ones I'm going to use. But as of lately, I've been hearing a lot more about Pinterest. So how you can shop and how you can pin and how you can tag and locate and contact people. You know, so.
And it's definitely good for traveling. So if you're going somewhere and you want a destination of a good hotel to stay or some good savings for any kind of traveling, that's always good for Pinterest as well. What about you, Susie?
Yeah, also besides that, I've also seen like so much nutrition stuff.
Oh,
that's really big right now. So that's what I like about that. And a lot of the cute clothes, the fashion. I haven't done any shopping there yet, but I would really like to try that.
It gets addicting. I know of some girls of mine, they only go on Pinterest on the weekend because they just get lost. And then before you know it, they get distracted and they can't focus on working. So Pinterest is definitely one of those picture media driven sites where if you just want to get lost, have fun, and just take and absorb whatever it is that you want to encounter, that's definitely what Pinterest is there for. We'll talk about social media too. What else do you guys like with social media? What apps definitely do you guys use the most, and how does it benefit you in your life?
Well, with I use from Facebook to Instagram, Twitter, Vine, Tumblr, and YouTube.
Use all of them.
Yeah, and they each have their strong points. Obviously, Facebook being the most popular social media site, and YouTube being the video showcase sharing site, and Instagram being more of the quote-unquote picture-driven site. So, but within certain sites, you can post from one site and you can share it with other sites.
That's true.
So, but I mean, not everyone's on. I mean, even though Facebook is near a billion, not everyone is on Facebook. That's why I always ask, and it doesn't surprise me if they're not. So it allows me to, being involved with those other social networks allows me to connect with people that are not involved with others. So
I also see that a lot of the social media apps have connections with different age demographics.
Yeah.
So Pinterest seems to be more for females that are mothers, and seems Facebook it's more for the adult community, and then Snapchat and Vine, those seems to be around 21 to 25. So there's a lot of different age demographics that go with a lot of these social media apps. Susie, what do you like the most?
I use a lot of Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, we gotta go. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, 702 Rock.